Hey y'all, hey, let's get into this intuitive reading for Daysha. Y'all said it's a Taylor girl sister, or I don't know, there's one of the Taylor girls. Okay, boom. And her boyfriend, baby father, I don't know what their situation is. Quick. So I feel like I've done a reading on her before based on y'all's request. So check out that reading and then let's get into it. Remember, this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot, sometimes it's not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're always here, welcome back, friend. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Again, disclaimer, this video and its contents are for entertainment purposes only. Tarot readings are intuitive interpretations and should not be considered a substitute for legal, financial, medical, or mental health advice. Viewer discretion is advised. What's up? Let's get into it. Okay, also, you guys, you are showing me so much love with the personal reading, so definitely hit that link below the video, and I'll help you out the best way I can, okay? Okay. All right, Spirit is acknowledging when it comes to Daysha and Quick, there's some issues here, okay? And every relationship has issues, right? But there's this energy of provocation, gossip, hassle, a freeloader, and an opportunist. And it's being communicated that this is the energy that's resonating with these two right now, and that one and or both is acknowledging that they need to get rooted and grounded because they're not being authentic and they're not being genuine at this time. There's also a lot of focus and fire, could also include a fire sign. Thank you, Spirit, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, in regards to this situation, really focusing on how they don't feel rooted and grounded around this energy. It's raining cats and dogs for these two. Could also acknowledge anxiety, sadness, fear, and depression, and wanting to clear, cancel, and release this energy to manifest a life that they do want. Water sign is connected to this as well. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So they're going through a temporary intensity, which requires one to surrender. Do you want peace or do you want power? You can't have both. Pick one. Also acknowledging that this too shall pass, but it requires and is requesting release and cleansing. Okay, so you can either release the past and keep it moving, or you can release each other and keep it moving. You pick, you choose, not my business, not my problem. One and or both wears their heart on their sleeve, so they're easy targets. Okay, very triggered by the other. Hearts are filled with friendship, appreciation, devotion, worthiness, playful teasing, and they expect that whatever they give one, they should receive, right? Less like reciprocity, give and receive. However, because one and or both are manipulating the other by attacking their heart or using their heart, right? You understand what I'm saying? They wear their heart on their sleeve. They're easy to manipulate. They're easy to maneuver. They're easy to sway. And so you don't have healthy boundaries. You don't have healthy boundaries. And Spirit says you keep trying to have breakthrough and solution with each other to no resolve, because you're not listening to your higher intuitive self. And what Spirit is acknowledging is that something else is better. There's something else better. There's someone else better. That's your business. Okay? Yeah, and Spirit says you need to be quiet about your affairs, your personal issues. Close your mouth. Be quiet. Silence, discretion, contemplation, equanimity, consideration, and privacy. Stop telling what your left hand, what your right hand is doing. A part of your issue is everybody know your business. Spirit is acknowledging, and because you keep talking, it's throwing three sheets to the wind. 3 is significant. 3 is a crowd. I don't know the energy of 3, if it's a person or if it's a family member or if it's a cat, a dog, not my business. But 3 is too many. Okay. Spirit is also acknowledging that it hears a lot of communication, a lot of, that kind of energy at the heart of it, wanting peace, but also wanting to drown out the noise with music and or a beverage. I do see a candle being lit, asking, higher energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just acknowledging that there's this prayer for guidance and assistance because they're not rooted and grounded, which means they're not maintaining authenticity. They're not being genuine. Thank you, Spirit. And it feels like they're standing on quicksand. It's not a strong foundation. And so everything that you build on this foundation, then what? Crumbles. And this could also acknowledge an unhealed earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So they're blowing off steam, filled with rebellion, merriment, overindulgence, and wanting to escape. And Spirit says, as you look forward, trust the process, focus on progress, but you can't move forward looking backward. You got to let something go. Because if you continue to carry these bags, this weight, this energy, then, you know, the heart chakra is going to have imbalances and or delays, which creates total misalignment and affects the money, affects whether or not you have up healthy boundaries, and makes you feel like you're not standing on a firm foundation. Quick and Daysha. Wearing a mask. Because somebody's going to have some new beginnings elsewhere. And y'all have too many secrets amongst you two. That's your business. Daysha and quick. Somebody's doing that brouhaha. Now, let me tell you, I tell y'all this all the time. You play with them games, you win them prizes. Whatever you put in your red wagon, you have to pull. You get what you want on the forefront, but on the back end, it kicks your ass. Stop doing it. If someone does not want to be around you, with you, amongst you, let them go. That is their right to have free will. They don't owe you nothing. Literally. No one in this life owes anyone anything. They do what they want to do, how they want to do it, when they want to do it. If you force and or choose for them to do something to benefit you, you are going to crash and burn. Because as much as you push, the universe pulls. It has to have universal balance amongst all things. Maybe not today, but I promise you it's coming if that's what you're doing. See, because somebody touched the forbidden fruit. Now you got the plead man begging, please, baby, please don't leave. This situation is getting ready to get ugly. See the moon? Whatever you do in the dark is coming to the light. Whatever you're trying to suppress is going to come to the surface. Okay, this could include manipulation, manifestation, and or pregnancy. And or pregnancy. This could also acknowledge trying to give birth to an idea and or a child. There's this energy of delay, disruption, resistance, obstacle. Okay? And no sorries allowed this time. Free to go. Free to go. Are you looking elsewhere is the question. That's my question. Daysha and quick. How does Daysha see quick current energy? On the surface, she's acknowledging bliss, blissfully in love. But on the subconsciously, she's an ice queen, stoic, no emotion, cold emotions, cold-hearted when it comes to him. But also, it's all about the money. And if you pay attention to this, this is all her female energy. This has nothing to do with energetically, allegedly, real love. It just doesn't. And how does quick feel about, it's all about her, for lack of better words. Thank you, Spirit. How does quick, thank you, Spirit. How does quick feel about Daysha? He's acknowledging the house. What about the house? Now, this is quite interesting. He's acknowledging the house, and the relationship has to do with the house. But there's also an energy of someone else in the middle of the deck who he calls sweetheart. So you got the home, you got this relationship, but who is this in the middle of the deck? It looks like she's saying, hey, sweetheart. Oh, you're going to be moving on with her? Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. That's a soulmate. Well, I mean, 2 decks have said it. I'm just reading the energy, you know. Daysha and quick. Someone is really hopeful about this relationship. They are trying to be creative and inspired. They're trying to heal and be generous when it comes to the other. Subconsciously, though, with the Queen of Wands, feminine energy in reverse, throwing water on the flame in the area of passion, but also in the area of business. This feminine energy is hot, tempered, revenge, selfish, insecure, and jealous. And then with the 9 of coins, this is unhealed earth sign energy. So this is going to create some issues with their foundation within their relationship with the 9 of pentacles in reverse. They could be losing money. They could be losing balance. There's an energy of not having up healthy boundaries, financial dependency, success at all costs, pride, and disconnection. And Spirit saying pride before the fall. What is their biggest obstacle? Now remember, I read biggest obstacle in reverse. We do get the Four of Wands. Ouch. So a big obstacle for these two is an unhappy home, canceled plans, family issues, unhappy family, feeling unwelcomed, and also leaving is an obstacle. And then we have the Sun card in reverse. Ouch. This is crazy, but this is sadness. This is depression. There are bigger issues here that if they're not paying attention, this is definitely going to bring the house crumbling down. Sadness, pessimism, lies, failure, procrastination. And then we have the Empress here. So this again is the second time we hear, or third time we hear about pregnancy, be that a manifestation, trying to give birth to a manifestation, or an actual child. But in the middle of the deck, we have this feminine energy who is nurturing, fertile, beautiful, and abundant. But everything is crashing down for this Empress as she tries to bring forth an idea or give birth to a child. Wow, that's a lot. What's next for Daysha and quick? Spirit says it's in the middle of the deck. Oof. This is one blow after the next, right? With the Two of Cups in reverse, arguments, strained relations, not seeing eye to eye, anguish, sadness, emotions, anxiety, sadness, fear, and depression. A lot of upright. A lot of cards in reverse. And then we get the Page of Coins, okay? So this is about, again, losing money, not having up healthy boundaries, feeling like you're not standing on a firm foundation, procrastination, unrealistic goals, a lack of follow-through, immaturity. And then in the middle of the deck with the King of Wands, it's interesting how the cards in reverse for their biggest challenges came. And it was like her energy, feminine energy. And now with what's next is all this masculine energy. Everything I just stated was all masculine energy. This is how it feels like the masculine energy in this relationship is feeling. He's protective, innovative, inspiring, magnetic, intense energy. Well, this is how he feels. And this could be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, or this could just acknowledge passion and chaos. Sending them love and light now. We sit back and let the universe do what the universe does, y'all. Call me back.